Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, August 8th, and I have not talked to you since Friday, so let's do a quick catch-up. Today will not be a super long one, because I said so. So nominations went as expected, or as I thought they were going to go, I think, when I last talked to you, with Michael nominating Terrence, Joseph, and... Sorry, looking in my rearview mirror. Terrence, Joseph, and Monty. With the implied, well, we all assume that for the leftovers, it was, well, we're going to do Terrence if it stays the same. But over the course of the weekend, people started thinking, especially like Terrence, oh, maybe they're going to get rid of Monty. And so you kept hearing Monty's name thrown about. I have to admit, I actually thought they might have been considering Monty as a possibility, when in reality, I think it was mostly just a thing to keep the non-Leftover Alliance members kind of happy, to think that maybe Monty's fallen out. And certainly Terrence has bought into it. Terrence is still convinced that the power veto will not be used today, which it will, by the way, and that Monty is the target. So let's fast forward to the power veto competition, which happened on Saturday after nominations on Friday. It was OTEV, which was the power veto spelled backwards, OTEV, where they kneel in front of an idol or stand in front of an idol, however they have them do it this season. Someone, I don't remember who, shared a video of the original OTEV, which was Big Brother 7, and in that one, they actually didn't run up a ramp or anything. It was just on the ground. And so, it's like, well, you forget about that stuff. There's this ramp with the water rushing down. It wasn't a thing. Now, they actually... sounds like from the description afterwards, they lowered the angle of the ramp so it wasn't as hard to get up and down, because afterwards they said, only Michael is the only person that fell and crashed. So I think Jasmine and Turner were the two extra players in the OTEV. Now they would have had 7 players with the bestie thing playing out. So 7 people played. It wasn't that dramatic according to the house guests. It was never very close, as far as, there was never any real dashing for the pad at the last moment. It was fairly straightforward. And apparently Michael won again. So Michael has now won 5 competitions. I will say, after watching last night's episode, the head of household one, now it makes more sense why he won it. Because while they couldn't see the path that each house guest was running when they were running across the balance beams, they could see times. And so Michael went second. Daniel went first and set a decent time. Michael went second and beat his time. Well, the leftovers only cared about beating Daniel. So once Daniel had lost, no one really had any big reason to want to win it, because why would you want to win another competition? So most of the other ones didn't really try, as far as I could tell. I think Kyle may have tried. He seems like the most... actually, I shouldn't say none of them tried, because Turner definitely took a spill trying to go the quickest way. So I guess they kind of tried, but they all knew that Michael had it won, so they could take chances as well. All right, so head of household was I said Michael. He made his nominations. He won the power veto, and now after that, we were just kind of waiting around for the power veto meeting, which is today. They are trying to do another, quote, blindside, in that they still haven't really let in the non-leftovers and on the fact that Michael plans to use the power veto and put up Kyle and Daniel. So that's where this week's blindside is going to come, because Daniel really thinks that Michael is going along with them and isn't going to use it. Daniel's been making all kinds of promises. They've been talking to the other house guests, implying that they may not. That Michael's been implying that he may not use it, likely won't use it, and now he is going to use it later today. What else did we learn? The power veto competition, as I said, was OTEV. It was apparently a very injury-laden OTEV. The competition itself, the house guests were like roaches at maybe at a picnic or maybe they were at the hotel, Big Brother. There was talk about lots of barbecue or other food, corn maybe, I'm not sure, foods, but they were scurrying around to find bottles, and a lot of them said they cut up their hands, not bleeding cut up, but like sliced cut up. I don't know if it was the plastic or what it was, but something cut them up. Turner's leg is injured. I'm not sure if it was during OTEV or after that, watching that violent head of household collision. He may have did his first injury there, but he's okay. And Brittany got I think 6 or 10 stitches on her knee from, I don't know if she kneeled in something or she fell in something, or I read someplace somebody said she dived in a place that she thought had water in it, but it didn't. So I'm not sure, and I'm going to guess we'll see some part of that. What else? Any other tidbits? Alyssa seems to be getting bored of Kyle. There was a clip online circulating where she was shown whispering to, I don't know if it was Jasmine or Taylor or someone, that she's, he lives with his parents. I'm paraphrasing, and this may not be completely accurate, but the gist of it was, he makes shirtless TikTok videos. I don't know if the fact that he lives with his parents was thrown in there or not, and maybe his age, that he's 30. But you get the point. She was kind of like, what am I going to do with this guy? He doesn't seem to do much. He doesn't have much of a life outside of here. Now, that all, you hear that, but it goes back to, well, she also had a boyfriend, a, quote, semi-serious boyfriend before she came into the house. Yeah, Alyssa's not getting a good look here as far as having, being long-term girlfriend material, at least for now. So, that showmance is not long for it may last the Big Brother house, but it's probably not long afterwards, kind of a thing. And the other potential showmance that has been circling for a while is Joseph and Taylor, which a lot of people are hoping for. I don't really care. And I also think, because I guess, yesterday or the day before, Taylor said, I do kind of have a crush on Joseph. And it's like, well, she also used to have a crush on Daniel. So, I'm not that it doesn't have potential, but when they walked into the house, Taylor's eyes were first on Daniel, not Joseph. Now, she's come around to his charms, apparently. And the two of them have joked about a showmance a lot in the last couple of days. But nothing has happened. But there's plenty of material there for Big Brother to start painting a picture of showmance. So don't be surprised if on Wednesday's episode we start seeing showmance stuff between Joseph and Taylor. And by the way, they may have did a little bit of that last night. I did not watch last night's episode all the way through. I kind of fast forwarded through bits and pieces. Was Muffin Gate? When did Muffin Gate start? Did Muffin Gate start on Friday? Have we not talked about Muffin Gate? I'm not going to go. They showed it on TV. They showed most of Muffin Gate on TV. There was I posted a video of a good interaction between Turner and Jasmine. Maybe that was Saturday night. Maybe Friday night. But it's a thing. It was fun. I'd say it's over now. And Jasmine's pretty sure that I think that it was Turner, but Turner's never admitted it directly to her. But I think a lot of it was just for the fun of being on the camera, kind of a thing. So, I think that's about it, guys. Sorry, it's been a bit scattered of a report this morning, but you get the gist of it. Power veto is later today. Again, the times have usually been about around 3 p.m. is when the meeting is taking place Eastern time, so around noon, Big Brother time, and then coming out of it around about an hour, so about 4 o'clock or 1 p.m., depending on where you're at, or other times depending on other time zones, but the gist of it is 4 p.m. Eastern time-ish. Maybe we'll see at the end of it. We may see it a little bit earlier than that, so don't hold me to it. But the result will be Kyle and Daniel on the block. And they're not going to get rid of Kyle. So it's Daniel going, which is fine. Get rid of Daniel. That will relieve some of the tensions in the house. And I do not know for sure who they'll turn to next to go after for the leftover alliance. I don't know. I mean, you got Indy, Alyssa, Terrence. Terrence could be a target, I suppose, and Jasmine. Indy, Alyssa, Terrence, and Jasmine. Those are the ones they have left to pick from when it comes from the non-leftover alliance. So we'll talk about that later. Not this. Maybe we'll touch on it later this week. But for now, let's not worry about it. Okay. You guys have a good Monday. I will talk to you on Tuesday. We'll see what the fallout is from this power veto meeting, if any big fallout, or if Daniel just kind of says, yep, I'm done. Which, at some point or other, he will say that, but then he will probably at least make an attempt with the encouragement of production to save himself. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you to my patrons. See ya. Bye-bye.